Oh my God, this might actually work. Oh no, it's got echo, it's got feedback. Well, this is going to be an interesting experiment. That is for certain. So, okay. So we are live today for our first Tech Talk Tuesday. I apologize for being about 40 minutes late. That is terrible. And I need to stop looking at myself and I need to look at you. First of all, I'd like to say that one, sales and marketing, I need a ring light. I don't have enough light and I need makeup. These conditions are terrible that you have me working under. But again, I'd like to thank everybody who might show up. Steven says no one's going to show up. I hope someone shows up. But welcome to our first Tech Tuesday at Ferrilli. Today, I wanted to talk about how support for Windows 2008 ends today. And so what does that mean? I'm getting a lot of questions from clients who still have 2008 servers on site and want to know, what does that mean? Do your servers stop working tomorrow? No, they do not. What that means is that you will no longer receive regular security updates from Microsoft. This is extremely important, and the reasons why is most of the regulations that we have require us to keep regular security updates. So if we're not getting regular security updates, things like PCI DSS will be out of compliance. HIPAA will be out of compliance. And additionally, depending on what your agreement is with your cyber insurance company, that might be out of compliance as well. So you've waited till the last minute. It's January 14th. Today, you'll be receiving the last updates from Microsoft as a part of your regular maintenance plan. What can you do? Well, you could certainly throw more money on the problem. Microsoft does have a program that allows you to purchase for the next 3 years extended security updates from Microsoft. This is the most expensive way to address the issue, but at the same time, it is the least disruptive to your business process. So you might want to take this as a multi-phase approach. Maybe we start with spending the extra money for the extended security support, and then we develop a plan for migration and upgrade to one of the newer versions of Microsoft Windows Server, and take a bit of a two-prong approach. So you're within compliance today and have a plan to move forward to tomorrow. Another option, again, like I just said, is to upgrade. As long as your hardware is relatively on the newer side, you could certainly upgrade to Microsoft Windows Server 2019. We are working with a lot of clients that are moving in that direction and certainly can assist you with that. But an option that I think is a bit middle of the road, but also progressive, is moving to the Azure cloud. Azure cloud is Microsoft's version of the cloud. Eventually, we will all be on the cloud at one point or another. It's an eventual reality. The cost of maintaining server rooms, air conditions, hardware, square footage dedicated to all this IT infrastructure is becoming a thing of the past as the cloud becomes a better choice for most organizations. So one option that Microsoft offers Windows 2008 server users is to migrate to Windows 2008 server in the Azure cloud without, and they will provide the extended security updates for free. So instead of paying additional money out of pocket by just getting the extended security updates, you can migrate to the Microsoft Azure cloud. There is a cost to that because now they are hosting your software and systems. But again, then you don't have to lay out the capital dollars for new hardware if you need new hardware as a part of this upgrade. But you can migrate your software and your platforms to Windows 2008 in the Azure cloud. And again, Microsoft will provide those extended security updates for the next 3 years as a part of your cloud subscription. So one of the things I plan to do as a part of this video is to, if you have no experience with Azure or Microsoft Cloud, want to give you a sense of how easy it is to set up a Windows 2008 server in the cloud. So let's see if we can get this to work. If it's like anything else today, it's not going to go well. But that's the fun of live, and that's why you tune in to this type of stuff. So I'm going to go on my computer here. Let me set up. And so again, I think what you're going to find is you're going to see how easy it is to set up a server in the cloud. And as a result, it might make you think differently about the cloud and your future in the cloud. So I'm going to share my screen. And so you can see, to get to the Azure cloud, we go to portal.azure.com. And this will give us our login screen. I've already signed up. It's relatively easy to sign up for the Azure cloud. I want to say it takes no more than 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm going to pause my screen share for a second while I enter my password. One of the challenges that I had today is because things are so secure here at Ferrilli, trying to get everything to work on the computer that I'm using to broadcast from was a bit of an effort, a larger effort than I expected. So I'm actually proud of the fact that I'm 30 minutes late, because it's you know, that level of security that keeps bad actors out of our systems. And we can talk about things that you can do to secure your environment in future Tuesday Tech Talks. My feeling is if it's hard for me to get in, it's definitely a lot harder for anybody else to get in. Okay. I'm now signed in to the Azure cloud, and to me, the Azure cloud for a technologist is just absolutely amazing. It's the democratization of hardware and technology. I remember when I first started in this business, we had servers here at our office that ran our email, our finance system, and a number of other things. And, you know, it required us to manage hardware and have the air conditioned room and the server room and things locked out. And it was just a pain to manage. Additionally, if you need a replacement, it generally takes about 2 weeks to get a new server. With the advent of the cloud, and particularly here the Azure cloud, all I have to do to get a new server or create a resource is hit the create a resource button. What it does is once I hit the create a resource button, is I get a whole list of items that are available to me in the cloud at Microsoft, whether it's Windows 2016 server, Ubuntu server, a web application server, a SQL database, and the list goes on and on and on. These are all subcategories of the things that you can order from the Microsoft cloud. But in our case, we're focused on Windows 2008. So I'm just going to do Windows Server. And so I want to create a Windows Server, and I want to, it'll show me all the varieties of Windows servers that are available to me on Azure Cloud. And it looks like somebody has joined me. I'll have to remove them. And I will have to lock my room if I can do that. The trials and tribulations of life. And so I could go right down here to Windows 2008 R2, and I go to create. And now it's creating a 2008 virtual machine for me. It's going to ask me what subscription I want to put it under. And so what it means by subscription is, where do I want this billed? So if we're working with multiple departments, we might have a separate subscription for each department, or we might have a separate subscription per application. However we wish to charge back to the different groups. And so here, I'm just going to select Azure Subscription 1. I don't think I have any resource group set yet. So I'm just going to create a test resource group. And I'm going to name my machine test Windows 2008. I don't need redundancy in this case. It's given me a sense of what this is going to cost me. So standard is going to cost me approximately $93 a month. And I can pick here from a grocery list. Because I'm only running this to show you, I'm going to just select the $7.29 a month server, which has very little memory, very little disk space, practically unusable other than for this demonstration. So I'm going to set my admin account and create a password. Don't tell anyone, it's all dots. And it's showing me that I'm going to have the inbound port of RDP 399. So that's how I'm going to connect to the server. It's going to tell me what kind of disks. I want the cheapest. I want standard hard drive. SSD is stored memory. Next, networking. So we could talk about this at a future date, but you could do a lot of advanced networking on the Microsoft Azure platform. And so when you're migrating your entire server room, networking design becomes a part of what we do with the services when setting up your server environment on the cloud. Enable my free basic plan because I'm just testing. And again, you can do this on your own. You could sign up for an Azure account. You do have to provide a credit card and your phone number and email address, but and I'm just, for expedience sake, is just kind of rushing through this. And so it's warning me that my RDP port is open to the internet. So this is not the certainly the best way to secure a server. And I could also use this as a template to create other machines. So I'm going to click create. And it's going to set up my machine. So, I mean, to me, this is fascinating. Before, in the past, you would have to, either call up Dell or HP, send in a configuration, have the server shipped to you, load the operating system, load your software. We're about to have a machine deployed to us in real time as a part of this video, as a part of this YouTube live. So to me, that is extremely exciting and a true testament on how far technology has come. Let's see if anybody's actually watching. I think there's a way for me to do that. So while that deployment's happening, I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to switch screens here and see. I don't believe anyone is watching. So we've got to assume Steven's watching. Go back to the screen share. And so it's building stuff as we speak. So as we can see that the resource group has been built. And our test Windows 2008 server is coming together. We're getting some green check marks, which is excellent. And again, just to imagine this, it's only a few years ago that You have to have a server room with the right environmentals. You have to call and order it. It needs to be shipped into your location. And not to mention with these cloud machines, we can add processor, take away processor, add memory, subtract memory, add disk, subtract disk. So they're very elastic and flexible. And it really kind of allows us to, when we're maybe in an early deployment phase, to have a real small machine. And then as we go into production, we can scale the machine up. If we have unexpected success in the machine, and we, before if we needed a larger machine, we'd have to call and order it. Now we can just add processor, disk, and memory as needed. Let's see. Okay. This is still in progress. Desktop just to kind of get prepared. Okay, I have an IP address. Let me see if I can share. And we're going to share the desktop connection. And we're attempting to connect to the server. Don't know if it's 100% ready yet. Okay, let me check on where we're at our progress here. Yes, it still says it's deploying the server, so the server is probably not ready as of yet. And the fun of working without nets. So while that is cooking, come back here. And our deployment is complete. Let's go back to remote desktop. And I enter in the administrative credentials that I set when I set up the server. My screen sharing's paused. Let me re-share. And so we're now logging into our Windows 2008 R2 server, and we did that all live. We did that using the Microsoft Azure Cloud. You can see how easy that is. So for those of you that are not ready to either upgrade from Windows 2008 to Windows 2019 server, this is a great path forward. And I think overall, it'll be less expensive than going down the route of buying the extended support for your existing servers. Plus, if you're at a point where you need to make a capital investment in hardware in order to make that upgrade, using this as an opportunity to, if you don't have a cloud strategy, or if you want to dip your toes into the cloud and kind of get started, this is a great way to get started. And later, okay. And so we have our Windows 2008 R2 desktop. And like I said, this is a great opportunity to get rid of that on-prem infrastructure and migrate to the cloud. And a great opportunity and a great way to stay compliant without making a lot of change. And so once you have this 2008 server set up, it's really just a matter of moving your applications to this server. And similar to your servers that you have on-prem, they would have to be secured and make sure that they connect to your network properly to ensure that the end users can access the applications like they've accessed in the past. And if you don't have the expertise in-house, this is certainly something that we can help you with. Again, it's a great opportunity, especially if you've waited till the last minute to deal with these Windows 2008 servers. An excellent path forward. Again, not only are we able to stay on the same platform, but we're modernizing as well, and we're getting out of the capital costs of hardware, and we're operationalizing those costs by moving to a cloud model where we're charged monthly for the computer usage that we have, instead of, again, making a capital investment, another capital investment in hardware. If you have any questions after watching this video, please feel free to reach out to me. I am Ferrilli at Ferrilli.com, Ferrilli.com, or I could be reached at 888-864-3282. And if you, as we see, we have our server here. That's a little slow because I went for the least expensive. And you can visit our website. at www.ferrilli.com. And again, we can be reached at 888-864-3282. And I look forward to the next Tech Tuesday. Thank you very much. I apologize for my tardiness. In the future, hopefully we'll be able to get these things off on time. And I'm sure each Tech Tuesday will get better and better. So again, thank you to all our clients. Thank you to the wonderful team that I get to work with each day. And thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon.